11 men from the Prince of Wales' own regiment prepare their warrior armoured personnel carriers for a routine patrol around their base in Vitez. They're tasked to investigate reports of atrocities committed while Muslim forces overran Croatian villages in the surrounding hills. The platoon commander is 23-year-old Sandhurst-trained Lieutenant Tom Crowfoot. On their way, 2 Muslim relief lorries ransacked by Croat gunmen here last Friday. Tension immediately develops when they arrive at a Croatian checkpoint. The fighters remember one of their number was shot dead by the British last week. Their first objection is to the translator.
They want to ask me for my name, what I am, who I am, you know.
She is in fact a Muslim, but the Croats don't know that. Next, they suspect the British of smuggling weapons to the Muslims. Lieutenant Crowfoot lets them search the vehicles.
What's happening here? Right. We've come across a checkpoint here. They're a little bit touchy. They believe we've got ammunition and supplies for the Muslims, which naturally we haven't. So we got nothing to hide, so we let them have a look in the back of the wagons. We're actually keeping an eye on them, so there's nothing goes missing. They then have promised to take us to their local graves, which would be a good indication of the sort of level of fighting that's gone on recently, and if there has been any alleged massacres or atrocities.
The soldiers take him to a nearby field. They claim that 2 of their men had their throats cut by Muslims overnight, but in fact they show him a number of graves, 2 of which are fresh, so there's no way of verifying their claim. In a nearby mortuary there are 6 bodies, casualties of recent fighting. From here they drive up to the front line, past Croatian trenches. Though the main duty of the UN is to protect aid convoys, they are expected to assess the state of the conflict.
The road we just come along has a lot of Croats dug in, and they're actually dug in to stay by the looks of things. They tend not to dig particularly deep or dig very good trenches, but those are actually quite well dug and quite well done. So they're probably, by the looks of things, going to try and stay here for a bit.
This village was probably inhabited by Croatians. All sides here destroy the villages they capture, so civilians cannot return to them. Only farm animals are left. This donkey, still tethered, still bearing its load, a sign of a hasty exit by its owners. A sniper fires off nearby.
Well, we're not exactly sure exactly what's gone on. Initially we thought perhaps it was a big piece of shelling, but there seems to be no evidence outside the buildings of actual shells landing.
All Lieutenant Crowfoot can do is to make a report later. He cannot act on what he sees. The sudden appearance of fighters wearing Bosnian army insignia is the only way the patrol knows it's now crossed over to Muslim-held territory. There's even more tension felt in this village, as the fighting was clearly very recent. A house is still ablaze. It's impossible, without impartial witnesses, to say exactly what happened. A group of Muslim soldiers is sighted nearby. This is a war carried out by guerrilla raids from one hill to the next. The impressive weaponry conveys an image of authority, but the British are powerless to influence the bloody morass around them.
The reason you've seen a lot of people dead in the streets is because there is a major conflict going on in this area. That is a battle between 2 ethnic groups. It is nothing, apart from witnessing it, to do with actually UNPROFOR's role. UNPROFOR's role is to get the aid into to the refugees and displaced people.
So the British soldiers who've observed the war continuing so near their base have to be satisfied with their limited humanitarian role.
They do
Gabby Rado,
enjoy it.
Channel 4 News.